What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another market review video. It is a Sunday, and you know what's coming tomorrow, my favorite day of the week, or Monday, where volume is picking up once again and the market is starting to make some moves. So in anticipation of this nice day tomorrow, I'm going to show you 8 pairs that I found in the crypto world and all of my analysis on them. So that's Bitcoin, Algorand, Ethereum, Polkadot, AVAX or Avalanche, Solana, Ripple, and Matic. Now tomorrow what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna live stream reviewing all of these forex pairs right here to show you how I do my detailed analysis, right, top down, plus looking for different confluences, plus if I find multiple pairs that have the same currency inside, how I narrow it down and how I get to find trade ideas. So one thing before I start is, if you guys have a trade idea of your own, well, drop it down in the comments below and I'm gonna review it tomorrow. Maybe you can even post a trading view link in the comments and I'm gonna open it on the live stream and I'm gonna comment on it live. So this is something that you like, well, subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be doing it every single Monday. And also, for example, we have CPI news on Thursday where it's gonna be insane volume, insane volatility, and it is definitely something that I'm going to be live streaming and live trading as well. So let's just get into it, starting off with Bitcoin, right? It's the largest cryptocurrency out there. It deserves the light of day. And we have 2 different possibilities right now when it comes to the price action. So Bitcoin has been consolidating for quite some time, and a lot of traders out there may be drawing zones of support, resistance, and all that. And basically I've done pretty much the same exact thing. We have a very important zone around the 18.5k level that, if broken out of, we have pretty much a clear path all the way down into the 10k mark when it comes to Bitcoin. So some people may be telling you, 16k it may be an ideal place to look for a retracement, but it's just not right. If the market keeps moving down, if rate hikes are still going to be happening in the next few months, then there's no reason why Bitcoin shouldn't go down into the 10k level. And now some people may tell you, okay, but Bitcoin hasn't been at the 10k level for a very, very long time, since September of 2020. Well, maybe it is time we make a touch of that level right there and then start creating a correction pattern, or sorry, not a correction pattern. Correction patterns are when you're going with the trend, and it could be like a bull flag or something. But this would be a reversal pattern, and it comes in different forms. For example, a double bottom or something, and then we continue moving up, or a inverse head and shoulders formation, and then we continue moving up, or something like that. So the moment that I'm going to start dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and into all of these cryptocurrencies from an investing sort of perspective is going to be when rate hikes are announced to be stopped, right? So even if it's going to happen a year from now, if Powell says, Powell is the head of the Fed, by the way, if he says, okay, we're going to stop hiking rates 6 months from now, the market is going to start pricing that in immediately, which means that we should start dollar cost averaging and getting into our favorite cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin has 2 different possibilities on the daily and other time frames, right? We're either moving down into the 10k level if we make a strong daily break of this zone right here, so we need a big red candle, or sort of intermediate, very short-term retracement up into the 25k mark. Now, why would I think that? Well, it's pretty simple. We have a line right here that we could draw that signifies this large correction pattern, and we also have a line right up here which also signifies the top of the correction pattern. Now, if I just remove these 2 things, we can see the price is still consolidating between these 2 areas. So price is moving around in here, and after every large correction pattern, you can expect a large move as well. So if you have a small correction pattern, right, such as this one right here, you expect a move about the size of the previous impulse, which coincides with this move right here. But if you see a larger bearish correction pattern and a bearish flag, as this seems, well, it does subsidize a larger move towards the downside. So we're either just going to move down straight away, or, which is more likely, we're probably going to keep consolidating a little bit before making a break towards the downside. So forgive my drawing skills, I'm not Pablo Picasso, but this is something that I can see Bitcoin doing quite realistically in the upcoming few months. Now let's move on to Algorand, right? Algo is one of my favorite coins out there. It has quite a large market cap, and they have grown substantially in the past few years, but the prices just kind of came down. However, we did reach a strong zone of support, and one thing that I did notice is that we broke the previous lower high. So what does this mean for you and me and everyone? Well, the market, when it's in the downtrend, it's creating lower highs and lower lows, right? Lower highs and lower lows, and then another lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And the moment the lower high, which I just pointed out right here, was broken by this impulse here, that means that we're no longer moving in a downtrend, but we're switching trends, right? We're now creating a higher high and a higher low. And the anticipation is that Algorand may continue towards more upside in the near future. Now, what will my target be? Well, it will probably be somewhere around here because we're still not 100% sure that the price is moving up, but that would coincide with Bitcoin also moving bullish in the next week because that's just simply how the market looks. So remember what I drew for Bitcoin. If we do break this level right here, we're most probably moving towards more upside, right? However, if we break this level right here, we're most probably moving towards the 10K mark. And for both these things, I'm gonna need a strong confirmation either on the 4-hour, right, when talking about the bullish scenario, or on the daily time frame. Now, if Bitcoin is moving positive, right, it should make sense that ALGO and other cryptos follow. So ALGO right now is creating a bullish correction pattern that looks pretty nice, right? So if you ask me, you can plot it like this. And if we do make a strong 4-hour break, or, maybe even a daily break of this level right here, there is a high probability the price will, make a retracement or whatever and continue moving towards the $0.5 mark when it comes to Algorand. Now, next up, we have Ethereum, which is creating sort of a bearish correction pattern, but it also could be construed as a inverse head and shoulders pattern that, may lead to more price movement towards the upside. So what do we say about Ethereum then? Well, let's take a look on the daily time frame. We did make a large head and shoulders pattern. But here's the thing, I don't like this head and shoulders pattern because it doesn't coincide with my strategy. Personally, when I'm looking for a head and shoulders, I'm looking at it at the top of a move, right? Not in the middle. So we're still sort of moving, we're creating lower highs and lower lows. And this is just a intermediate pattern, and I wouldn't take any importance from it right now. So Ethereum, let me be completely honest with you, I have no idea what's going on with this price action, but the one thing that I can do is I can plot out the two most important levels that we can see right here. One of them is right here, the level of resistance, and the other one down here, which is a small level of support. So depending on which side price breaks out from this little correction right here, well, we're either going to move up or we're going to move down. And as I always say, I'm not here to predict the market, I'm here to react to what the market is giving us. So let's wait and see which side Ethereum chooses to break up on, and then, we can react towards it. So what I'm going to do is, obviously, I'm going to keep you updated with all of these pairs throughout the next week so we can find some potential opportunities, take some live trades, make some money together or lose some money together. It is all part of trading. And, every profit you should take as every win you take is a profit on the balance sheet, and every loss is a loss on the balance sheet. So you got to treat your trading like a company. You have profits, you have losses, and the whole idea is to be positive on a monthly to monthly basis. Now, Polkadot has been correcting for most of this time. We have a nice downtrend line, and basically, if we do make a break towards the upside, and especially if we do break this lower high that was created, there is a chance that it replicates similar, to what ALGO was doing right about here. But Polkadot is kind of late and nothing is happening as of yet. And also we're in a strong zone of support. So I can say with certainty, if we do break down from the zone of support, well, price can then move down, but I wouldn't identify a target anywhere because I don't believe Polkadot has much more room to go towards more downside because it is one of the largest networks out there. But if we do break out towards the upside, my first target would be the first zone of resistance that we're going to come upon, which is right about here. And then after that, I guess we're just going to have to wait and react to what happens next. So we have Avalanche, where I told you, a few videos back, we took a short, and it's pretty good, right? It's looking pretty good, and it's looking pretty nice towards more downside. Avalanche is looking bearish, and we do have a nice zone of support. There was a double bottom back in the past that could be a good target level for this trade. So I guess I'm just going to keep you updated on that as well. We are creating somewhat of a correction pattern right here, and I will trail my stop loss. Already trailed it to break even, so I don't have any potential to lose money, but we're going to put it a little bit in profit right now, just above this previous last impulse, so that we save our right, you always have to minimize your risk, right? And when you can take a win, just take the win, because right now, if price starts breaking this high right here, well, the trade idea is invalidated, right? Or, you know, you could say, okay, what if price makes a larger correction and then moves down? Well, sure, but I'd rather just take my quick profits. So if it breaks down, that's going to be even better for us, and price is just going to continue moving towards more downside. So we have Solana, which has been creating a large scale head and shoulders pattern for quite some time, but I found difficulty finding a target towards the downside. So I chose to make my target the $12 level. First of all, because of its psychological significance. Second of all, because we do have a zone of support down there. And third of all, because after this huge growth that Solana has displayed over the past few years, it is you know, logical that it's going to make a retracement towards more downside before potentially moving up again. So for Solana right now, I'm looking more bearish, but only in case we break this strong zone of support or the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern. Now, almost at the end, we have Ripple, which is a trade that I showed you a few days ago. I didn't take it personally because I never found a good entry point, but the idea was there. We had a correction pattern. We broke this nice zone of support. We retested it, and now we're moving more bullish. So even if you move into the lower time frames, right, the hourly time frame, we can see that Ripple is creating another correction pattern on the lower time frame. And this is what I like to see, right? This is a place where I could potentially take a nice trade based on the 1 hour time frame. So what we can see right here is my setup for this trade if I'm going to take it. And I'm going to take it only if we see a strong 4 hour break of this whole level right here. And then the next 4 hour candle making a wick down and breaking the high of the previous 4 hour candle, as I always enter my trades. So I'm going to keep you updated on this. Haven't entered anything yet, but the fact that we can see a 4 hour large scale correction pattern and also, a 1 hour correction pattern is a multi-time frame confluence, and I like to see it in my trades. So Ripple is definitely in the watch list. And for the last one, we have Matic, which is a coin that it's Polygon, right? We all know about it. It scales Ethereum solutions and all of this stuff, but it is creating a, you know, if you move on to the daily time frame, it's a nice correction pattern right here. And one thing that I noticed and I wanted to point out to you is that the 50 period moving average, which is just a line that shows you the average of price action or whatever, is acting as a zone of support, you know, at most times, and a zone of resistance at some times as well. And currently we can see that price slowly made a break of it. So if price makes a break and then retests the 50 period moving average, we can take the previous price action, right, and the previous bounces off of all of these, off of this 150 period moving average. We can take it as a signal that, you know, it may make a bounce from the line again and continue moving towards more upside into the $1.4 level. So that's it for today's recap. Make sure to tune in to the live stream tomorrow. I am going to be live streaming Forex and reviewing these pairs once again and trying to find a trade for both you and me. If you have a trade idea, post it down in the comments below. Preferably, if you have a link to your trading view, you can always go right here and press copy link to the chart image and post it down in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And lastly, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, and you should do your own due diligence before investing into anything in the crypto, stock, or Forex world. And with that being said, subscribe if you enjoy it, drop a like, hit the bell, because we're going to grow to 1 million subscribers in the next year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.